but we are going to talk about building robots with Anthony, Eden, give it up.
Hey, everybody. All right, so I want to talk to you a little bit today about FIRST. FIRST is, somebody obviously knows it. And guess what I did? The first thing is press the wrong button. Here we go. So what is better than building robots? Building robots with high school students. That is what is better than building robots. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experience over the first few months of working with my high school team to start understanding how to build robots. So first of all, a little background. So what is FIRST? So FIRST is an organization that was created in 1989 in order to get people interested in supporting kids in STEM programs. So it basically was to transform our culture by creating a world where science and technology are celebrated and where young people dream of becoming science and technology leaders. And it was created by this guy called Dean Kamen. You probably know him. He created that little thing called the Segway. Anyway, so back in '89, he creates this group. And they come up with basically what they're going to be doing, which is they're going to get people interested in STEM by robotics, all right? So I'm going to talk a little bit about the first robotics competition, which is the robotics competition specifically for the age group of high school students. So these are students that are basically between 14 and 18, and they get together. There's actually 83,000 students and mentors and everyone else involved who participated last year, and there were over 3,300 teams across the world that were involved in this competition. We build things like that, okay? So I've actually not yet built one of them. I have had the opportunity to drive one a little bit, but I'm going to talk a little about what we actually do during the process. So we have a build season, then we have an off season. Lucky for you, the build season just started, all right? So the build season is where we're going to build these robots in a period of 6 weeks to play a game. All right, the game has a bunch of rules that are defined. I'll talk about that in just a second. The off season is where we go and we get to play with all these things in preparation for the next year. All right, so our off season for our team, I live down in Florida and I'm with the Melbourne High School team, which is called Team Voltage, Team 386. And what we worked on in the off season was speed and vision, all right? So the idea was to work with these motors that could work really fast because we wanted to learn how they work. That was cool. And vision, I'm talking about vision processing software. So I spent a bunch of time working with the team and on my own as well, working about OpenCV and kind of learning how robotics vision might work. So that was the off season. But now we just started the build season. So 6 weeks from nothing to a fully built robot that is programmed and ready to work in both autonomous mode as well as driver mode. All right, this is a crazy competition. All right, so how do you get involved? This is the important thing. Any one of you can go out and get involved. The first thing to do is to go to First Inspires. I'll put that URL up here in just a second. And go find your local team. Now, the cool thing is if you don't necessarily want to get, let's say you have kids that are in elementary school, they also have competitions at that level. So they do Lego competitions at the younger age. They do other robotics competitions for middle school. So there's something out there for everybody, and they desperately need programmers to come and mentor the students. So I highly recommend you go take a look. This is the site. It's firstinspires.org. I really, really think this is a great program. It helps you get out there and share the knowledge of how to develop software. It actually is going to probably teach you some things that you never even thought you'd learn, like how to control a robot. It's a really awesome program. So I implore you, go find your local high school or your local middle school or your local elementary school. Get involved. If they don't already have a program, go to firstinspires.org and learn how to set it up. All right, you basically will you can work and you can get a kit. They have a lot of rookie teams. In fact, this year I think there's over 350 rookie teams just this year who have never competed who are joining in. It's really an awesome thing. Get involved, please. And personally, I for one welcome our new robot overlords. So thank you very much and have a good night.